For the quantity of goods, the grocery store needs 1,000 to 1,500 pounds of vegetables per week. The greenhouse has a price per pound list that includes having 1,201 to 1,500. The grocery store would like to choose this plan as it fits the quantity that they need for each delivery. The grocery store would likely take the 1,500 pounds per week as it is the maximum they would need. For the price, the grocery store will be choosing the plan of acquiring 1,500 pounds for $4 as it fits them the best. With the grocery store wanting to acquire deliveries more frequently than a week, then the greenhouse can become flexible with a 5% discount per period. This would then bring an option of the $4 down to $3.80 per pound for 1,500 vegetables for 2 deliveries per week, which would also have the grocery store making payments per week. With the quality of product and service, the grocery store can fit their times needed and align them with the times the vegetable greenhouse can deliver. To start, Sundays are out of the equation and do not need to be focused on, as the grocery store does not want deliveries on that day. Monday, the grocery stores can still be accepting orders between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m., as there is a flexibility on Monday. On Tuesday and Wednesdays, the deliveries can be between 10 p.m. and midnight, which works well for both companies and their schedule needs. Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays again work well with both company schedules and can be done between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. as a delivery time. Due to the grocery store wanting to have 2 to 3 deliveries per week, having deliveries on Tuesday at midnight, Thursdays at 4 a.m., and Saturdays at 4 a.m. works well with the grocery store and keeps the timing on deliveries consistent throughout the week, as well as spreads them out every 2 days. With the grocery store being very flexible with delivery times and following the vegetable greenhouse's schedules, I believe that it is fair that the deliveries are made in the refrigerated trucks, especially with the deliveries all being done between midnight and 4 a.m., not being extremely busy times for deliveries. Payment for the pounds of vegetables per week or per month has 2 options. The weekly payment for the vegetables can include a 5% discount per pound, and payment monthly being no discount and just being the regular price of $4. With the grocery store not wanting to pay weekly, but with the manager possibly changing his mind. If the manager is informed that weekly payments bring a $300 discount for the 1,500 pounds of vegetables, he would likely change his mind and both parties would agree on a weekly payment plan for the 5% discount per pound. Deadlines can be involved in both the payments per month or week from the grocery store as well as the delivery timings from the vegetable warehouse. Starting with the payments per month, it seems only fair that the grocery store complies with making that payment per month, which gives them lots of time to prepare for. Missing a payment by a day can happen, but anything which is more than a few days would become a problem and become a potential conflict that would arise, especially if it keeps happening over and over. With the delivery deadlines, the grocery store acknowledges that traffic and delays happen and are knowledgeable about delayed arrivals. The grocery store would not want these late arrivals to happen more than 50% of the time, or it would risk a cancellation of contract. It would also like a compensation of a delayed order, like a discount to some of the pounds in the order. Both following their deadlines would seem fair, and both being aware that going over the deadline would cause compensation for the other party or even a cancellation of contract. Cancellations between both companies seem to be mutual, as both want a 6-month notice between both for notifying each other. As both want the same duration of time, it is already fair, and both will get their way and would come to an agreement easily about the cancellation time of 6 months. With the grocery store fitting the needs of deliveries on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays to set the cancellation of contract due to missed deliveries of 50%, this can also be easily agreed upon, as both companies would then be okay with the cancellation of contract after 50% of the orders not being delivered. For the venue to be decided upon, we know that the grocery store wants all conflicts to be dealt with fast, and that venues can be very costly and time-consuming due to travel. For both companies, it seems only right that the venue should be in Canada to solve any potential issues that may arise from having the venue further away. This venue should be local to both companies. It only makes sense to save both sides the trouble, especially when it states one side wants to not waste any time with conflicts over the contract. The entire agreement should be made clearly and written to make potential disputes or conflict easily solvable. Anything outside of these documents may not be used as evidence, so both parties should ensure all elements agreed upon are written so further mistakes or issues don't arise. Both sides wouldn't want to waste even more money, so having the contract written is good so the court doesn't have to rewrite them for you. I believe that the one condition from the other terms is the payment, as that is what keeps the deal running between the two parties and is a very serious term that helped make the contract agreement. If the payment becomes a problem and the grocery store keeps missing payments or paying them extremely late, then the payment should become a condition that allows the vegetable greenhouse to cancel the contract or be eligible for compensation from losses of the payment delays.